What's up, guys? Today we're diving straight into a comic out of Zimbabwe called Razorman. The story is set in a dystopian Harare and it follows Lovemore Garwe, who returns home after suspicious death of his father. He takes on the mantle of Razorman, a red masked vigilante, to uncover the corruption taking over the city and find his father's killer. The plot blends science, the supernatural, and gritty street level justice. In this comic, Razorman isn't just fighting common thugs, he's uncovering conspiracies bigger than he ever imagined before putting on the mask. The story and art are by Bill Masuku and it is published by Enigma Comics Africa. In this video, I'll be covering issues 1, 2, and 3. If the video gets enough traction, I'll complete the remaining issues in another video. I also have a special request, guys. I'm trying to reach my first 100 subscribers, so if you're enjoying my content, hit that subscribe button to keep the energy going and don't forget to like and share the video. Without further ado, let's get into today's story. Our story begins in a neon-drenched Harare where a vigilante is hunting for the truth behind his father's murder. His logs reveals that he has been hunted for a month now and he has no leads, but he found a name in his dad's old notes. It's Unity Labs. He has broken into one of the facilities to dig further for the truth, and what he found out was a nightmare disguised as medicine. Unity Labs has pushed a government approved drug onto the market, but the side effects were buried. After running his own tests, Lovemore discovered the drug contained organic structures only found in human spinal fluid. This isn't just a corporate cover up, it's a harvest of some sort. On his way out of the facility, he goes out loud, tearing through the lab with a massive explosion. As he leaps across the skyline, we see a futuristic city governed by the New African Union. Razorman looks back at the corruption that claimed his father with a singular terrifying promise: they're all gonna burn. 12 hours before the chaos, the Harare police are on high alert at their 8th Street headquarters. We are introduced to Captain Chigwena briefing his team about their progress on Razorman. He thinks Razorman is a paramilitary soldier, but one of the officers disagrees and her name is Ove. She has been doing some homework into Razorman's activities. She reveals she traced his unique dart to the Rise Industry Innovation Expo in South Africa. The captain shuts her down, citing trade restrictions between the African Union and South Africa and Nigeria, which is more trouble than it's worth in this type of situation for Razorman. He also cites Razorman's MO, which has been a mostly non-lethal approach at the places he has struck so far. And this is where the police briefing ends. Back in Lovemore's workshop, his custom weapons are nearly complete, including what he casually calls explosive Razorman ninja darts. Quite a mouthful anyway. But Lovemore is spiraling. He's a third-year engineering dropout who returned 2 months ago for one reason: his father. His partner Simba drops a chilling truth in the moment of this conversation. He refers to the streets of Harare looking cleaner because the homeless and the street kids are disappearing, missing even. They aren't being helped, they are being erased, according to him. Lovemore realizes his father was killed for digging into this very crime network he is investigating. He stops being a student and he inherits the legend to become the avenging spirit, Razor Man. The story shifts to the site of the facility we saw Razorman attacked at the beginning of the comic. At the scene, we see one of the corporate reps of Unity Labs giving Captain Chigwena a tough time. He criticized his approach to the situation on ground and even demanding his badge for failing to stop the attack. We see Chigwena, who doesn't really care much about the criticism and is ready to hand over his badge, but he warns them that his replacement will bring the media, exposing the trade secrets and shedding light on their dark activities, an attention they obviously do not want on them with the current heat and situation. The rep eventually stormed off the site quite unhappy, and the captain couldn't even care any less about the situation. One of the officers on the site finds one of Razorman's signature darts. He reports to the captain and he thinks Razorman is a terrorist as everyone else thinks so too. But the captain isn't buying the terrorist narrative. Instead, he has been quietly consulting Officer O's help on the case. The officer is shocked about this revelation. He always believed that the captain often shuts down O's ideas because she's not a good cop. But Chingwena reveals he does that for her own good and doesn't want her to get overconfident or even ahead of herself. And at the rate she's going, she might have the job of the officer by the end of the year. Then Chingwena does what his team calls that full-blown empathy thing. He puts himself in Razorman's shoes and reconstructs the entire operation. He believes the vigilante's motive wasn't terrorism, and he could have taken down the whole building if he wanted to. He theorized Razorman didn't enter from the ground. He swung across the street using a high-pressured cable grappling hook with over 20 meters of cable. He knew the building had a top-tier surveillance system, so he disabled the security cameras from the outside before even setting foot inside the building. Once inside, he was on the clock. No wasted movement, maximum speed. To gain access to the labs, he used the same tech that took down the cameras. And here is the key detail. He wasn't even trying to destroy the building. He didn't just want to leave any clue about him and why he was there. This was the work of a focused and determined man, but Chingwena's concern goes deeper than this. He fears that in Razorman's aims to destroy evidence and leave no traces, he might have unleashed something far more dangerous and worse. A virus, a monster, something that could challenge life itself. And sure enough, we catch a glimpse of a mysterious entity breaking free. While the police continue their investigations, the real players are moving in the dark. We cut to a hidden location in Harare, where we meet Mr. Seven. He's not worried about the stolen tech or the property damage. He knows Razorman isn't looking for wealth. He's looking for one thing this man can't afford to lose: the truth. Seven is speaking to a Max subordinate representing a group known as the 13. Their plan is to take out Razorman before things escalate, and the masked messenger promised to carry this out at any cost. The story jumps to Razorman executing an offensive strike on a facility he believes will be the endgame for his hunt for justice. He breaches the Unity Lab storage facility with precision and a masterclass in efficiency. Lovemore takes down 20 armed men before a single trigger is even pulled. He finally reaches his objective: the freight container holding the secrets his father died to expose. The files he cracked detailed this specific shipment was bound for a facility near Great Zimbabwe in connection with something called Project Black Zeus. But as he reaches for the lock, his intuition stops him cold. Despite his polarized lenses, he sensed something in the dead light corner. Not an object, but a sensation, a presence that shouldn't be there. Out of the darkness, a voice speaks. The voice is surprised, dumbfounded even that Lovemore can even perceive his presence. This mysterious voice claims that to see and to hear or even smell him is absolutely impossible. He identifies his technique called Lovemore, noting that Lovemore shouldn't be able to use it. The entity reveals himself as the messenger. He mocks Lovemore's open street brawler stance and takes offense at being compared to a heterosapien with powers, according to Razorman. The messenger strikes first and is fast, dangerously fast, yet Razorman manages to block the attack. This shocks the assassin. He realizes Lovemore has no idea what Rufimo is, nor can he use Vasina Ruoko. Yet, he's still predicting his movements. He strikes again. This time, his attack connects and Razorman is thrown into one of the freight containers. This time, he's unable to block the attack. One hit is all it takes to show the power gap. But the messenger isn't just a fighter, he's a philosopher of war. He recognizes Razorman as a 1 in a billion talent born with a pure potential. But talent won't save him here. The messenger reveals the stakes. He's using a pre-Rhodesian martial arts technique. and without Vasina Roko to defend himself, Razorman is fighting a ghost. Razorman is fast, but he has never fought a ghost before. Despite his polarized lenses, he can't see, hear, or even smell the entity in front of him. Lovemore realizes he is at a massive disadvantage. The messenger is using Vasina Roko, a style that allows for near instant movement. His ears ringing from an impact that would have paralyzed a normal human being. He only survived because of the impact gel and his spinal brace. Realizing he can't outspeed a shadow, Lovemore goes for his close combat resort, revealing his twin forearm blades. He decided to dump all his remaining stamina into one desperate deep cut play. This is the moment where the tech noir world of Harare meets a secret history Lovemore never knew existed. He realizes his father's journal wasn't about the corporate corruption, it was a map into the world beyond physics. But knowledge comes at a price. Even with his twin forearm blades, he's still no match as he can't keep up with the speed. He's only cutting shadows. The messenger slips behind Razorman's back, and with no time to react, he gets obliterated through the chest by the messenger. And Lovemore's final log is a chilling realization. Tonight is the night that he dies. Issue 3 ends with message delivered. So guys, that was the ending of issue 3 of Razorman. And it's a suspenseful ending where the fate of our hero is left unknown. There are more issues to this, but I'll be covering it in a different video if I get enough traction for this video. And as always, I might just do it and get it over with anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe.